For this self-massage with isometric ramping, you will need either a squishy Pilates ball or a rolled up towel. If you have a Pilates ball, the more air that you have in it, the more sensation you're going to get, the deeper it's going to go, the more intense it'll be. The less air you have in, the less intense, less sensation you'll get from the prop. This is one of my favorite self massage techniques and tactile cues for diaphragmatic breathing and breathing into like an area you may be less connected to. And isometric ramping just refers to the slow contraction and release of your muscles. So, the purpose of this, of doing this slow contracting and releasing that we're going to do, is going to increase awareness. It's going to increase your kinesthetic awareness. It's going to improve cortical mapping. And we're getting stuff, it's going to help get stuff moving in your digestive system. It's going to help GI motility. So, isometrics also have an analgesic effect, as you may or may not know, which is going to kind of amplify the effects of your self massage. And also, this is a great way to connect to this area before a body worker does. It's a very vulnerable area. So it's kind of nice to like get in there on your own before, for example, if you were to go see a body worker. So let's try it out. Grab your prop. We're going to place this. We're going to lie on our side. So if you need like a pillow for your head, you can grab that. We're going to take this into the fleshy part of our waist, so below your ribs, so between your ribs and your pelvis. And from there, you're just going to lie down over that ball. So when you come down, you can start to explore with being a little more on your side, or like dipping in a little more so it's a little more in your abdomen, like in your belly itself. And I personally like to start on the right side just to follow the digestive tract. So what I'm doing is I'm softening over this ball. I'm letting it sink into my belly. And then I'm going to take a breath down to the ball. And then with the exhale, I'm letting it sink. And I'm softening over that ball. So I'm just like letting my body have weight and letting that ball sink into my core. And then you can spend some time here rolling around, either back, forward. So just exploring, noticing if there are any areas that feel like a little ooh or stuck. If it feels like nothing at all, you're like, I don't know what the purpose of this is. I'm not feeling anything. Try grabbing something a little bigger. Maybe fill up a little more air in your ball, or grab a bigger towel to roll up. So with each inhale, you can think about breathing down to your ball. So feeling that like expansion in your belly a bit. And then with the exhale, feeling that release in your belly and that sinking into the ball, or the sinking over the ball. So go ahead, if you're trying this, just take a few more moments to explore and to roll around and to see how it feels. So just like you would self-massage any other area, you can roll around and explore. And then go ahead and find a spot that feels medium. So not really intense, but like a medium sensation. Now you can stay there and pause. And then we're going to take a breath in down to the ball. And then as you exhale, you're going to slowly, if you're going to try this isometric ramping as an add-on, on the exhale, you're going to slowly contract your core muscles around that ball, but very slowly, as if your muscles were on a volume dial and you're like turning it up and down. So that's the ramping part, is that slow engagement. And then as you inhale, you're going to slowly release and let that ball sink so your belly's relaxed once again. And then exhale, slowly contract those tissues over the ball. And then inhale, slowly release and take that full breath in. So as you take a few rounds of this on your own, you can notice, like how smooth does it feel to like slowly contract and release? Does it feel, do any parts feel like it jumps a little bit, right? It goes from like 20% to 40% instead of 20% to 30%. So you can see how smooth you can make this as a little challenge. And then go ahead and finish your last one. You can do a few last little rolls and explorations. And then we're going to try the other side. So you can go ahead and press yourself up. And then you can even take a moment just like sitting upright and feeling how it feels between one side and the other side. Okay, other side, let's do it. So with that ball in the fleshy part, so below your ribs, in between your ribs and your hips. So we're just rolling around at first, noticing how it feels to sink in on this side. Does it feel the same? Does it feel a little more dense? So just getting a feel for this. And this is something that I like to do like first thing in the morning before I eat anything. So of course, the disclaimer here is at all that you don't want to eat right before you do this, but I like to have this before, like right when I wake up. I like to do this before I have anything in the day. It just really helps to get things moving, and to make my belly feel good for the rest of the day. So go ahead and find a medium spot once again. And then take a breath in, down to the ball. And then as you exhale, start to slowly engage, like your muscles are on, like maybe another example I would give is like a light switch dimmer that you would turn it up and down. So nice and smooth. Inhale to slowly let go. Breathe down to the ball. And then exhale. Find that slow contraction. And with each exhale, what I'm doing is I'm letting the breath come out first, and then I start to engage. And then I'm going to release slowly and then take my inhale in, take my breath in. Last one, exhale, start to slowly contract. And then slowly release, take that breath in. And then you can do another round of like wiggling around, exploring over that ball. Still taking some nice smooth breaths in and out through your nose. And if you ever find a spot that's like, ooh, that's a little like, it's a little dense, it's a little sticky, and you want to explore there and stay there, you could take some breaths. But you're not forcing anything here. So we can't force things in a self-massage. It kind of defeats the purpose, right? So after you finish your last round, you can either lie down on your back or you can come upright in a seated position, and you can whatever position you're in, make it comfortable and see if you can breathe down to that area that you just had the ball in. If it helps, you can take your hands to your waist, or you might just like relax your arms and feel sort of the imprint of the ball and where it was resting, and you can see if you can take some breaths down to that area. And you can notice how it feels compared to before you started. And if it helps, you can close your eyes. So can you create a little more space for your breath? So you can take some more time here if you would like. I hope you enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions.